fear of people pleasing, as I reflect on it, it's good that I'm, in a sense, aware and becoming more aware of witnessing myself when I do go into people pleasing, because that's all I can do is make progress and catch myself. And if I ever catch myself in it, to just, well, take a step back, take a breath, you know, when I go into witness consciousness, then I can realize if I've sunk into a pattern that I realize and I've learned that I don't want to be in, that's actually not good for anyone. And then in the moment, practice letting it go right there. Just breathing, creating more spaciousness with me in that experience and with what I may catch myself in behaviorally, right? So that's a good practice, right? Our fears for me shows us where we can do the practice work of working with fear and choosing to relate to fear as an ally for growth, for training in a way, right? To evolve when we notice fear and becoming more aware of why this fear is here, right? Because over the years, it's just being willing to learn about this topic and say of people pleasing and why have I done it so much earlier in life. Both the the lineage of the traumas that's experienced, say by my mom and how she raised me as a single mother, going through challenging, debilitating depression, right, even suicidal phases, and how that created a codependency with my nature of not wanting to add on to her challenges, and therefore, as a child, being trying to do my best to be a safe space, and how that led me to bring that pattern into my childhood, into my teenage years and onwards, right? And then learning the detrimental aspects of it and why it's actually not healthy, especially for me and in all my relations and my dealings with people. So, yeah, learning, right? Educating oneself. And then, but also understanding the other side of it for me is, yeah, it's because I have a gentle heart and a gentle soul. And I want to, yeah, respond to life in a gentle way. And gentle not as in weak or meek or playing a doormat, but to know that, yeah, to have gentleness in one's nature and to honor that part, for me is it's part of my holistic framework, because I also have strength, I also have awareness, I'm also able to create healthy boundaries, and over time is learning those pieces as well. So really understanding the lineage of one's people pleasing and choosing to heal, to balance, to forgive, to become coherent and conscious of why, and continue doing the work of catching myself when I'm in that state, and also, in a sense, being okay and not pressuring myself to need to progress faster than I am or is natural for me, for example, right? And yeah, part of it is seeing the good that the benefits that I receive from it, and then learning why it would be valuable to change it. And yeah, so, and then working with the fear of going back to that pattern. Each time it helps me to become more aware and to check in. Okay, do I feel tempted in this situation? Like, for example, for me, most intensely in my life is when I'm interacting with, say, women that I am really attracted to. Then I really notice that can easily take up, because that's part of my conditioning or my challenge or trauma much earlier in life, right? When I started to develop, the hormonal, the adolescent years, and then that playing that Mr. Nice Guy, right? So books like No More Mr. Nice Guy, and so many different, yeah, whether it's books or teachings or teachers out there, that's so helpful. But just noticing and paying attention to those, maybe the most obvious situations where one can be tempted to go back to an old pattern, and just being aware, right? Being, yeah, conscious. And so therefore the most challenging situations can be worked with and developed, right? And then just learning about all the different aspects of those kind of situations, or realizing the situations where you are most tempted. Maybe it's with family, maybe it's with the boss, maybe it's with authority, maybe it's with, I don't know, people that you think is cool or popular, or people you're attracted to, and like, right, there's all these different dynamics, and then questioning and checking in, and then becoming aware of why those situations, those kind of people bring that up in you, right? And doing the work of letting go, of making progress on owning your value, right? Of increasing your self-worth, of practicing authentic self-expression. And it just progresses, and it can progress over time in a more and more beautiful, graceful way, right? In your own way, that will lead to a greater sense of genuineness, right? And you exploring and tapping into understanding your true power in life, which is, for me, being your unique self, right? And that willingness to be your unique self is the co-creation of the expression of the changing, arising, and unfolding and blossoming of that uniqueness. Because for me, this is the ultimate work of art. This experience of your life, you with yourself, and the discovery and the co-creative process of you with yourself, creating an ever newer, fresher, I don't know, more genuine, more dynamic, more playful, more goofy, more weird, all of it, right? Expression, version, experience of you is the ultimate like art form, right? We are all working, walking works of art in progress, are we not?